What time is it? It is time for a video. I promised I would make a video about the Chapter 1606 before the year ended. And today is December 31st, 2019. Well, the Chapter 1606, that's a reserve GI Bill. And there's like the Chapter 30, Chapter 33, Chapter 31. There's different types of chapters, and it's broken up to like veterans that are disabled, to reservists, to different types of active duty GI Bills. So with the Chapter 1606 that reservists receive, and that's reserves across all the branches, not just the Navy. First you, of course, graduate high school or get your GED. You go down to the recruiter and you do all the paperwork. You get your rating and you go to boot camp. So you have to graduate boot camp and your ACE school. And then you'll get to your NOSC, your Navy Operational Support Center, which is the base. It's a big building where you'll drill out of, for the most part. That's where most reservists go. And you can just ask there once you get through your in-doc, and because the first month you'll have in-doc, and then you can just find out who your career counselor is for the unit, or possibly even the NOSC, depending on where you're at. And just inquire that you want to use your Chapter 1606, your reserve GI Bill. You know, you want your college money. So if you go full-time with the 1606, it's $392 every month. Okay? But you have to go full-time. Now, depending on if it's semester credits or, you know, whatever, it's you generally have to take 4 classes. So, you know, also depending on where you're going, if it's a community college, if it's going to a university, you can also go to a tech school, a vocational school. They even do flight school. So there's different ways to use it. The thing that I recommend reservists not using it, because as I stated in a previous video, you still have to pay for all your living expenses. You have to pay for your tuition and your books, all right? That $392 per month, I mean, you can use it to save up and pay for future classes, but I look at it as you're wasting your money, especially if you know that you're going to stay in the reserves. And other most important thing I forgot, you have to sign a 6-year contract, okay? You obligate to that contract. And if, for instance, you go to school for 2 years and then, you know, on your 4-year mark, you leave the reserves, you take a chance of having to pay some of that money back because you did not complete that contract. You know, I tell individuals, if school's that important to you, just go active duty. I do understand that there are times where, and I said this also in a previous video, where you may be a business owner, you know, you have a family with kids, and life can be complicated, and I understand that. However, if you're going to stay in the reserves, I recommend that you go on a mobilization. Because if you go on a mobilization, you don't have to do a long time. You can do 6 months, and that's going to get you 40%, and it's supposed to be going up to 50% here, hopefully this year. But you're going to get 50% of your BAH. So that's an E5 dependent, E5 with dependents in the location where you're going to school. That can be a lot of money. You know, down here you'd be making like $1,200 a month at only getting 50%. They'll pay 50% of your tuition, you'll get a book stipend. However, if you go 36 months and you build up different mobilizations or ADT, additional duty for training, you can build that up, and it's going to go by quick. It will go by quick, especially if you stay active in the reserves. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have 36 months, which is what you need to get 100%. And then you get all of your housing, for that zip code. Like I said, down here it's $2,361 in the Miami area. It goes by that zip code where you're going to school, and they pay for all your books. I just passed my location. They pay for all your books, and oh, bless me. And they pay for your tuition. Now, if you decide, no, I'm just going to go to school right now and use my reserve GI Bill, and you go for 2 years, use a whole 24 months up out of the 36 that you're technically supposed to receive. It can go at times up to 48 months, which is what I used. I used 48 months. But you have those 36 months. Use 24 of those months for the reserve GI Bill, and you know, if you're mobilizing, ADSW, whatever it is, all of a sudden it's like, wow, I got 36 months. Hey, I want to go back to school, maybe even like for a master's degree, because I got this GI Bill. Now I'm eligible for the post 9/11. Well, guess what? You only have 12 months, because it's not like you get 36 months for one chapter and 36 months for another. It's 36 months total. So that's what I'm saying. Really think it out. How important is that $392 per month? And then if you go 3/4 time, half time, less than half time, of course it's less. And then they kind of like prorate it so you'd actually get more than the 36 months. There's a whole calculation. I just, my opinion, and I am opinionated, I would just recommend, like I said, going active duty. And if active duty is not your thing, it doesn't work for you, then I just say, do your best, since you're going to spend 6 years anyways, do your best to rack up some active duty time and get your post 9/11. Now, I do understand, you know, maybe you're already halfway through school and you need that extra money. I mean, there are situations that I can see where it would be beneficial. I'm just, for the most part, stating individuals join thinking they're going to get all this money for school, and it doesn't work that way in the reserves. So, you know, like I said, go active duty or save up your time, because even if you decide, you stay in and you decide, well, I don't need this GI Bill, this post 9/11. You can, there's ways, you have to do a certain amount of time and everything in the military, be obligated, but you can transfer that to your children, and if you don't have children, your future children. You know, that's what I'm saying, is just get all the facts, weigh all the options. I'll make more videos actually laying out, like, side by side the different type of chapters, what you receive and everything. I want to get this video out. I'm actually going to grab some lunch, and then I also promised to make another video. I've been having some issues with the video editing. I've been having to use my phone, and my phone's just not cooperating. That's why I have not been uploading. Otherwise, I'd be uploading every day. I'm just going to have to break down and finance computer. Didn't want to have to do that, but that's going to be the plan, I guess, for 2020. But till the next video, be safe, especially if you're going out tonight. All right, I want to see you in 2020, regardless if you're heading off to boot camp or you're already in. I want to see you, you know, conquer your dreams and your goals, and yeah, just be safe. There can be a lot of crazy drivers out there tonight. Make sure you don't drink and drive. So until the next video, be safe, take care, and I'll see you then. Have a great day.